This is your Weather Extreme video for this Saturday morning, October 10th. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray, sitting in for Brian Peters, who is in Selma, Alabama today, the National Storytelling Festival, one of his favorite events, one of the great events across central Alabama today, really across the whole state of Alabama. It's October, and it's a great time to have events. National Shrimp Festival in Gulf Shores, the Barber Vintage Motorcycle Festival, a really fantastic event for the Birmingham area out at Barber. Gene Hallman, his group at the Bruno event team do a fantastic job. Head out there today. You might be heading to Tuscaloosa for a homecoming for the University of Alabama. Great weather over there, too. Let's dig into things. Let's look back at yesterday. Friday highs across Alabama, 90 degrees in Muscle Shoals. They came out as the state's hot spot yesterday, thanks to generally a complete supply of sunshine all day yesterday. Clouds were a little thicker in the I-20 corridor earlier in the day, and that held back temperatures to around 83 in Anniston, 82 in Alexander City. So the high temperature profile sort of inverted across Alabama yesterday. Of course, showers and thunderstorms moved through the state overnight last night, thanks to an upper level disturbance and cold front that have been moving through the area. We'll see that front in just a second, but you can see sort of the comma head appearance of the radar depiction here just before 6 a.m. The center of that upper level disturbance now near Chattanooga. A little bit of moisture wrapping back into northeast Alabama. A few showers now. Jackson up into DeKalb County. Those will move on into Georgia shortly. But south of US 72, you can see most of the area now dry and getting ready for a pretty nice day. There's our cold front. If you can see it down there, already in the Florida Panhandle, it's already stopped by for some shrimp at the National Shrimp Festival in Gulf Shores. It'll move out into the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful weather for the next 7 days along the beaches of Alabama and northwest Florida. If you're lucky enough to have a long weekend here for this Columbus Day holiday and heading to the beaches, you'll have fantastic weather, as we will here in central Alabama. Looking at the let's go out to the RPM. This gives the best idea of what it might look like from a satellite and radar perspective at noon today. You can see the clouds already beginning to break up, so don't lose heart. If you look outside this morning and see cloudy skies, they'll give way to increasing sunshine through the day. You can see the precipitation has moved on into Georgia and South Carolina where they don't need it. Flash flood watches are in effect again in South Carolina. Posted as the system has sort of gained a little momentum overnight tonight. Here's temperatures from the GFS for today. Looking at 1 o'clock, we've got high temperatures in the 70s over eastern Alabama. The model, though, beginning to say that we might stay in the 60s over the western half of the area. So I think we'll see mostly lower 70s across central Alabama today. But if you're heading especially to the Alabama game tonight or will be out at activities this evening, you'll notice the temperatures will drop fairly quickly. This is what things should look like by morning. We'll be around in the upper 60s at sunset, falling quickly into the 50s by 10 o'clock. If you're heading to the Alabama game, you certainly would want to have a light sweater or a light jacket as you're walking back to your car after the game. Lows by morning will be in the 40s in North Alabama, 50s generally lined up along the I-59 corridor, some 60s down in southeastern sections of the area. Let's look at some model data. This is for Tuesday, or for Monday night. This is for Tuesday at 06Z, and just after midnight on Tuesday morning. We've been watching this second trough that will move through Alabama Monday night and Tuesday, and thinking that it might trigger some showers across the area. Probably no thunderstorms. There won't be any instability involved. But the overnight runs of the GFS less bullish on this idea. I noticed that the NAM still pretty bullish, showing showers and thunderstorms, well, really showers, moving into Alabama Monday night. But rainfall amounts would be light in any case. Then after Tuesday, it just becomes a temperature forecast through the weekend with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Through the period, should continue to be dry until our next system, which would come after the 7-day forecast. But you can look at the ensemble from the GFS, look at the downscaled 2-meter temperatures from the ensembles, and you see that we'll see mostly 70s over the next 14 days or so as we look all the way out to October 25th. Highs in the 70s, lows will be mostly in the 50s, trending down to the 40s a couple times in there during that time. So you get the idea. This is perfect fall weather coming for Alabama. We continue to look out model data. This is Monday morning. This would be the 19th. And that is another low in the Yucatan Peninsula vicinity. Tropical low probably by that time. We'll be watching it carefully as it meanders up into the Gulf of Mexico. And you look at that surface high there to the north, you think, uh-oh, what's that going to mean for the Gulf Coast? But no, a nice trough develops over the southern United States, sweeps the system on off to the northeast. And this is for Wednesday morning, the 21st. And you can see the GFS still pretty bullish as it has been in recent runs, showing a pretty significant tropical storm there crossing the Florida Keys and South Florida. It would be named Kate, and that's not the first Kate to affect Florida late in the season. Hurricane Kate in 1985 is still the latest landfalling hurricane in United States history. And I don't doubt that this Kate might become a hurricane too, but it probably would be after it got east of Florida out in the Atlantic. Could be a fairly formidable hurricane by then. And you see by Sunday the 25th, Kate sort of exiting stage right. But the main thing I want to show you here is another trough, and a pretty strong one, pretty sharp one. It's into October, change of seasons, and this trough would deliver us another cold front and low pressure over North Alabama. If this verifies, that's going to be a wet forecast for Saturday evening the 24th into early Sunday the 25th. But that's a long way away, and that's why we call it Voodoo Country. But I hope you have a great Saturday. Brian Peters will be back tomorrow from Selma. He'll have lots of stories to tell, mainly about the weather, and he'll tell his first one right here on the Weather Xtreme video tomorrow morning on Sunday. Have a great day, and God bless.